Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday Chinese English Academy. I am Ming.
And I am Emma. Today's story begins with a very small, very red number in the corner of my phone screen, 1%.
You were standing outside an event, and your ticket was on that phone.
My ticket, the address, my messages, and the name of my friend waiting for me were all on it. I needed power immediately, so I rented a shared power bank from a convenience store.
Taking the power bank was easy. The real problem began when you tried to end the rental.
I found 3 return stations, and every one of them had no empty slot. I kept walking, the rental timer kept moving, and the fee kept growing.
Today, we will learn 6 useful words through that small city adventure. We will also discuss how to check a rental, return it correctly, and respond when a station is full.
Services can have different prices, maps, return areas, and support rules. We are learning useful questions and habits, not one universal rule for every company or every city. It happened on a Saturday afternoon. I was going to an indoor design market with my friend Nora. The entrance used a code inside an app, so there was no paper ticket in my bag.
How much power did your phone have when you left home?
I thought it had 38%. That felt like enough for a short trip. Then I used a map on the subway, answered several messages, took photos of a strange station sign, and watched one short video that was not as short as I expected.
A familiar mathematical problem. 38% minus real life equals danger.
When I reached the entrance, the battery symbol was red, 1%. Nora had already gone inside, and the app needed to load my moving entrance code.
Did you have a cable or your own battery pack?
I had a cable for a laptop, but not the small adapter I needed for my phone. I turned on low power mode, lowered the screen brightness, and closed every app I could. Those steps could save a little time, but they could not create electricity.
Then you saw a rental station.
Yes, a convenience store beside the entrance had a cabinet full of shared power banks. The sign showed several connector types. I used my last reliable moment of battery life to scan the code. At 1%, I confirmed the connector and basic rate, completed the payment step, and heard one power bank unlock.
Did it actually charge your phone?
I connected it and watched the number change from 1 to 2. That tiny change felt like a medical recovery. After a few minutes, the entrance code loaded. I went inside, found Nora, and almost forgot about the little box attached to my phone.
Our first word is chongdianbao, a power bank or portable battery.
chongdianbao, chongdianbao. Chongdian means to charge a battery. Bao literally means treasure or something precious.
The name sounds friendly, especially when your phone is at 1%.
At that moment, it was absolutely a treasure. It was a small rectangular device with short built-in cables. I did not need to buy it or carry it forever. I only needed it for part of the day.
Shared power banks usually come from a cabinet or station. When the rental starts, the system connects your order to one specific device.
That means I should check more than the battery number on my phone.
Right. Check that the device is supplying power, that the connector fits without force, and that the outside is not clearly damaged. Keep the order page available too. It may show the device number, start time, pricing rule, support entry, and possible return locations.
Some people carry their own chongdianbao. Other places offer wall outlets, charging lockers, or rental stations. They all solve the same basic problem. A device needs energy away from home.
But the responsibilities are different. Your own battery pack has to be charged before you leave. A rented one has to be returned in a way the service recognizes.
That last part sounded obvious. Later, it became the entire story.
Our second word is dianliang, battery level, or the amount of electrical charge remaining.
dianliang, dianliang. At 1%, every choice felt urgent. After 10 minutes with the power bank, my phone reached 12%, and I felt as if the whole city had reopened.
Dianliang is a useful number, but it is not a perfect promise of time. Phone model, battery health, temperature, screen brightness, network signal, and active apps can all change how long that power lasts.
So 10% does not always mean 1 hour.
Correct. In an emergency, protect the functions you actually need. That may be an entrance ticket, a map, a contact, a payment method, or a ride home.
I sent Nora one short message. Inside soon, phone nearly dead. Then I stopped taking photographs for a while. During the market, I checked my dianliang every 20 minutes. It climbed slowly because I was still using the phone.
By the time we were ready to leave, it showed 64%.
Enough for your trip home.
More than enough. I disconnected the cable and opened the rental app. Several return points appeared nearby. The closest looked only 4 minutes away.
You believed the emergency was over.
I believed the easy half was over. I had not yet learned that having enough dianliang and ending a rental are separate problems.
Our third word is zujie, to rent or borrow something through a rental service.
Zujie, zujie. This is not the same as a friend giving you a cable for 5 minutes. A service records the item, the customer, and usually the time. The price can vary too. A service might charge by a block of time, set a daily maximum, allow returns at other stations, or limit returns to a certain area.
Read the terms shown for the actual order. A familiar cabinet shape does not guarantee a familiar rule.
When I started the rental, I saw a time-based rate. I did not study every detail because my phone was about to turn off. Once the phone had more power, I returned to the order page and read it properly.
What information did you find?
The device number, the rental start time, the current fee, a map of return stations, and a support button. It also explained that availability could change.
Those details later became useful evidence. A simple habit is to confirm the order twice. First, confirm after zujie that the device and order are working. Second, check again before returning it, so you can choose a suitable location and understand the current instructions.
I also learned not to confuse a station exists with a station can accept my return right now. The map showed locations, but the useful condition was more specific.
The rental starts with access to an object. It ends only when the service records a valid return or resolves the order another way.
Until then, the power bank may be quiet in your hand, but the order is still active.
Nora and I left the market and followed the map to the first return point, a small coffee shop across the street. The cabinet was beside the counter and all its lights were on.
That looked promising.
It looked promising from the door. Up close, every slot already held a power bank. There was no place to insert mine.
Our fourth word is guihuan, guihuan, to return something that was borrowed or rented.
Guihuan, guihuan. A proper return is an action that needs confirmation. Leaving the device beside a cabinet is not a return. Putting it on a shop counter without permission is not a return either.
Normally, the device goes into an acceptable empty slot. The station locks it, gives a success signal, and sends a record to the order system.
The barista said the station often became full on busy weekends. She suggested a larger cabinet near the east entrance of a shopping center.
That became return point number 2.
We walked there. The app pin was outside a store that had recently changed names. I saw no cabinet. A service desk employee explained that the cabinet had moved to the lower level. We took the escalator down and found the cabinet beside a supermarket entrance. It was larger than the first one, but every slot was occupied there too.
Second station, second failure.
I opened the app again. The order still said renting. The timer had not stopped because I had not completed guihuan.
That status check matters. A sound from the cabinet or a physical action is not enough if the order remains active.
At the first 2 stations, I could not insert the device at all. Later, at the successful station, I waited for the lock sound, the cabinet message, and the order page to agree.
Our fifth word is jifei, jifei, to calculate or charge a fee according to a rule.
计费, 计费. The app continued counting time even though my phone no longer needed the power bank.
That is the difference between I stopped using the object and the service recorded the end of the order. The system had no successful return event yet.
I became tense because every minute of walking now felt expensive. I wanted the company to understand that I was trying to return the device, not carrying it around for entertainment.
What did you record?
I saved the order screen with the current time and device number. I photographed the full cabinet at the second station and included the station sign. I avoided including faces or private information from other customers. The map showed a third return point near a subway exit, 7 minutes away. While we walked, I opened the support page and read the instructions for an unavailable return slot.
Different services may offer an automated report, a human support chat, fee review, or a list of alternative stations. Follow the current instructions instead of guessing.
I did not assume the fee would stop automatically because the first cabinet was full. I also did not assume support would refuse to help. I described the facts and asked what I should do next.
Then you reached the third station.
I saw a row of green lights and almost celebrated. Then I understood the display.
Green meant those power banks were available to rent. It did not mean there was an empty space for a return.
The station was full again.
Completely full. 3 stations, 0 successful returns. The current fee on the screen was higher than when we left the market, and the timer continued to move.
What did you avoid doing?
I did not leave the power bank on top of the cabinet. That might create loss, damage, or another customer taking it while my order stayed active. I also did not hand it to an unrelated shop employee and call that a return.
Instead, you sent support the 3 locations and explained that each one lacked a return slot.
Yes, I asked for the nearest location that could accept the device and asked them to record when my return attempts began. I kept the message factual and short. That distinction helped me calm down. My job was to protect the device, follow the instructions, document the problem, and complete the return. The service's job was to review its jifei under its stated rules.
Our 6th word is kongcao, kongcao, an empty slot in the cabinet that can accept a return device.
kongcao, kongcao. Kong means empty. Cao is a slot or narrow space made to hold something.
A person who wants to rent needs a station with a device. A person who wants to return needs a station within kongcao. Those conditions point in opposite directions.
That was my mistake when I saw the green lights. The cabinet had excellent availability for a new customer and terrible availability for me.
Did the app show empty slots in real time?
It showed an availability indicator, but the number could change while people borrowed or returned devices. Support replied with 2 options. I could wait near the subway station for a slot to open, or walk 11 minutes to a hotel lobby with a larger cabinet.
They also acknowledged your earlier report.
Yes, they recorded the time when I first reported the full stations. They did not promise the exact final fee in the chat, so I did not treat that record as a guaranteed refund. It was a clear starting point for review.
You chose the hotel.
I did. The lobby stayed open later, and the larger cabinet gave me a better chance. Nora offered to wait for a slot near the subway, but I preferred a location that support had just confirmed.
Could that confirmation become outdated during an 11-minute walk?
Of course. An empty slot is a changing resource. Someone else might return a device and fill one slot, or borrow a device and create another. I treated the message as current information, not a reservation.
What did you see when you reached the 4th location?
1 kongcao, a single dark rectangle between 2 power banks. It was the most beautiful rectangle I had seen all day.
How did you insert the device?
I followed the arrow on the cabinet, aligned the power bank correctly, and pushed it in without force. It clicked and locked. The cabinet displayed a return success message.
Then you checked the app.
Immediately, the order changed from active to completed. It showed the return location, return time, and total fee. I saved that screen and told support that the device was safely returned.
That final status check closes the loop. If a station locks the device but the app still shows an active order, keep the location and time, contact support, and do not pull hard on locked equipment.
The experience taught me that a return point on a map means a cabinet should be there. It does not guarantee a kongcao at the exact moment you arrive.
Rental power banks are one response to a common modern problem. Other places may rely more on personal batteries, public charging tables, wall outlets, or staffed charging services.
None of those systems is automatically better in every situation. The useful question is whether the system clearly tells people how to start, how to stop, and what to do when the normal path fails.
Let us review our 6 words.
chongdianbao, chongdianbao, a portable power bank. A shared one is connected to a rental order.
Dianliang, dianliang, battery level or remaining charge. A percentage is useful, but actual remaining time depends on the device and how you use it.
Zujie, zujie, to rent or borrow through a service. Check the device, order, price, and return information.
Guihuan, guihuan, to return a rented item. The physical device and the digital order should both show a successful return.
Jifei, jifei, to calculate or charge a fee according to the service rules. If a problem occurs, record the important facts and follow the support process.
Kongcao, kongcao, an empty cabinet slot that can accept your power bank.
My phone recovered from 1% long before my problem ended. The final goal was not to find any cabinet, it was to find one usable slot and confirm that the order had closed.
When several return attempts fail, stay calm, protect the rented item, check the current instructions, save useful evidence, and contact the service when needed.
And remember that a map pin is information, not a promise. Availability can change between the moment you look at the screen and the moment you reach the station.
Thank you for listening to Everyday Chinese English Academy.
I am Ming.
And I am Emma. May your phone have power and your rental have a clear ending.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.